Everybody, thanks for tuning in. This video is a video that I wanted to do to basically show if this conversion slash upgrade is going to work for these firearms. And this is the Komrad 12. If you're looking at this, you obviously know from the title. I know a lot of people will look at this firearm and be like, that's a combat firearm. Why would you want to run light loads in it? I'm the type of person that like to go to the range. For me, this is a range toy. It hasn't proven itself to be anything other than a range toy right now. And I don't want to go to the range and shoot a bunch of buckshot all the time because, one, I can't afford it because I keep buying guns like this. And two, it's just not that much fun. But I really do love going to the range and just mag dumping a bunch of birdshot rounds here and there, especially if you're going to be shooting paper. Why not? So this conversion slash upgrade that I have, basically it comes in a kit, and the kit comes with a spring, comes with a new gas puck, and it comes with a new gas adjuster. This gas adjuster is a 6-position, which allows you to run, of course, your buckshot all the way down to your heavier loads, or sorry, your lighter loads that I'm trying to run now. Even if this conversion does not run these light loads here, I'm not going to really cry about it. Simple fact of the matter is, with this, I can actually adjust it without needing any tools. So just the fact of this being able to adjust without using any tools is a plus for me. And right now, I actually haven't even put it on there yet, but I'm going to, don't worry, I'm not pointing a gun at myself. I'm going to remove this gas adjuster, which is the original one, to even see if it actually fits on there. I probably should have did that a long time ago, but I wanted to do it on video. So let's see if it fits first. If it fits, I'll tell you what my plan is for going to the range. Okay, so I'm back. I didn't want you guys to have to sit there while I tried to unscrew this out of there. This is the original gas adjuster. As you can see, it has a high and a low on it. It has a opener spot to allow more gas in for the low brass, and it's closed off for the high brass. Now, when I had this on there, it would not cycle these rounds at all. It would bring it back, but not enough to actually to clear the chamber or anything like that. When I put these estates in there, it ran great. Looking at the box on it, this one only has, where is it? I'm sorry, 3 drams of powder. And this one right here has 3 1/4 drams. So with that extra quarter of powder, these were able to run, and run good too. Now, when I convert this over, hopefully it will run this. But first, I said I needed to see if this is going to fit in there, because I have not tried it out yet. So I'll let the camera run while I stick it in there and try to see if it works. So far, it's screwing in good. No problems. I can feel it getting stuck there. It's like it's supposed to. It's really getting tight. Alright. Okay. I was able to break it through. And right now, I'm liking it. It feels like it's going to be working great because I got positive clicks on it. It's holding into place each time it hits the retainer. So it's not like it's going to walk out. You can definitely tell it's positively locked into place when you try to work it with your fingers. Like right there, it's still got to go through, but again, not pointing at myself, but you see how it's in there, how it sits. I apologize, I knocked over my camera, but either way, back to what I was doing. So you can see I can easily turn it as I was showing you earlier without any tools. So even if this doesn't work with light loads, this right here is already a plus for me to be able to do that, because I like going to the range, and even if I run buckshot starting off, I also like to switch to birdshot sometime. So let's get to the range and let's see how it's going to work. Okay, before we go to the range, I wanted to do a close-up look at both of them, let you all see what they look like. So obviously on the left you have the new one, on the right you have the old one. I tried the new gas puck inside of the Komrad, and just like my Saiga, it's really tight in there. It's not super tight, but tight enough. And the thing is, as I compared them, the new one has a tighter tolerance around or inside of the gas block than the original one. It's actually, you can kind of see it, and I'll show you a picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in pictures, but the new one, it slides in there with a little bit of resistance, and then once it actually gets past the gas ports, it'll actually slide in there and slide back and forth pretty easily. But it's hard to get it out. So if you're thinking about putting this one in there, or you do get the kit, just know, trying to get this gas puck out, you'll probably need a rod or something to push out through the gas tube. The original one will be the same way if it got dirty, but I think if the new one gets dirty just the slightest, it's going to be even harder. I'm still going to run it in there. I used this one on my Saiga and it didn't work out so well. But I'm still going to put it in there. I'm still going to run it. I'm still going to see what's going to work, what's not going to work, or if any of it works at all. So let's go ahead and get back to getting to the range. All right, we're at the range. And as you can see, it's snowing everywhere. There's snow piled up all over the place. But I have the range to myself. So that's a really good thing right there for me. Can't complain about that. So what I'm going to do first, all right, with the Komrad is I am going to use the original gas setting and the original puck, the original spring, and I'm going to see if these 7.5 shots are going to run with it. And then after that, I'm going to switch out the spring to the kit, the reliability kit, and see if that will work with the original gas system and the original puck, but just with the lighter spring. So stand by. Okay, I'm loaded up with Federal 7.5 shot 3 dram standard bulk pack you get from Walmart. Still on the original setting. See if it'll work. So, nope. All right. So let's put the lighter spring in it and see if it'll run with that. And before I put it inside of the firearm, if you look at the springs here, you'll see, hopefully you can see, that the one right here is the heavier load for the original, and the one right here is the, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera there, but yeah, the original one is a lot thicker than the replacement one. All right, so I have the lighter spring in it. It seems to run pretty well. It's not like it's you can tell any difference in it. So let's see if the Federal is going to run inside of it. I have 3 more rounds loaded up in it. Let's see what happens. And again, I still have the original gas system, the original puck on it. Just change out the springs. All 3 rounds. Awesome. All right. Let's try that one more time with 5 rounds. All right. So I got my other magazine loaded up with 5 more rounds. We'll see if it cycles them now. A hiccup on the last one, but for the most part, they all cycled. All right. Okay, so right now I have the new gas adjuster on it. And I have it on the number 6, which is for the light loads. Let's see if it's going to run. And chambered well. And I also forgot to mention I have the new gas puck in there as well. So it didn't run as well. Let's try it again just to see if maybe something wasn't right or I wasn't holding right. All right, I have 5 more rounds. I have the same setup. We'll see if it cycles again or not at all in this case. All right. So we're not getting 100% reliability, but everything's still breaking in. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the puck from the new one and put the original one back inside of it, and we're going to see if it cycles better then. Okay, I have the original one back in, but first I want to show you the new one before I put it back in. This is after 10 rounds, I think it was, of birdshot. So it's not super clean, but yeah. All right, so load it back up with 5 more rounds with the original gas puck back in it. But I also have the new gas adjuster on it. So let's see what happens there. So it seems like the last round always gets jammed up. But let's try it again, see what happens. All right, we got 5 more rounds. Let's see what happens now. Same thing, but it's running a lot better. Okay, with this one, I put the setting on the number 1, and I want to see if it'll cycle this or not. Hopefully it doesn't. That means it's actually turning off the gas. But I'm going to run 2 shots through this first of the birdshot, and then I'm going to run 5 shots of the buckshot. See how that goes. So, yeah, didn't run it. It means the gas is actually getting closed off like it's supposed to. Let's see if it's getting closed off too much when I put buckshot in. All right, so got some buckshot here, 9 pellet, double lot. See how that goes. That did not come out. First one, let's try it again. I don't think the second one came out either. Nope. All right, so that one's closed too much. Let's open it up a little and see what happens. I think I might have put it on too tight. Don't worry, the round inside of it is shot, so it's not coming him or anything like that. All right. Well, it took me a little bit to get that turned. I still was able to get it done with my fingers. So let's see, right now I'm going to put it on setting number 2 and see what happens there. All right, setting number 2 has also stopped it from going. And you know what? I think if I remember right on the manual, it said setting number 1 was for like 3-inch magnums and stuff like that. So let's turn it down a little bit more, and I have it locked open, so when I look at it, it's not going to be directly in my face. Let's go to number 4 and see what happens there. So my setting number 4, I have 2 more shots left. Yeah, so those ones definitely flew out and they went a lot farther. Let's try it again on setting number 3. I'm going to put it on hold. All right, so I turned it back down to setting number 3. I have 5 more rounds of double out buck 9 pellet. See if that cycles on number 3. Yeah, so it's definitely slowed the gas down. Instead of them flying about 5 feet out there, they're dropping about 2 to 3 feet right here. But it's cycled. And it cycled all of them well. So, what did I learn from that? Is I have to find out which setting is going to work with what round when it comes to the buckshot. And maybe I don't have any 3-inch Magnum, but one of these days I'll get some and I'll see how that runs through it. But what do I think about the product right now? Considering that it's supposed to be for an 18-inch barreled Saigas conversion, I like it. It's running the rounds like it's supposed to. It's not 100%. I don't think it's ever going to be 100% with light loads. But when you're still running your buckshot and stuff like that, I think you will still get that 100% reliability out of it. But if you're interested in this product, you can look it up on Carolina's Shooter Supply. I'll put it in the description below. I won't put the website, but I'll just put the name of the company on the website or in the bottom of it. You can Google it. But this is called a reliability kit. And yeah, like I said, I like it just for the fact that you can adjust it. It's working 80% with light loads. And we'll see what happens over time. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions about it, just feel free to leave comments in the description below. Before you go, I want to do a mag up, see how well that goes. All 5 of them. Let's do it again. All 5 light loads ran great with the mag dump. Sweet. I think it's just going to take some time to break it in and she'll be working reliably. Thanks again for watching. Y'all take care.